Hey everyone, my name is Alec from AlecETC, and today I'm going to be talking about how I budget my money as a 20-year-old. So I'm going to be breaking this down in 5 ways that maybe can help you out as well, and I'm going to start with number 1. So number 1 is going to be to start tracking your income and your expenses. This can be done using a spreadsheet or a budgeting app that you can use to track your spending habits. And then you're going to want to categorize your expenses into 2 categories, which is going to be your wants and your needs. Your wants being new shoes, new clothes, anything you think that wouldn't be too necessary that you would need at the moment. And then your needs being rent, groceries, bills, etc. Tracking these expenses will tell you where your money is going mostly and where you also need to cut back. So the platform I use to track all my expenses is Notion. Basically what Notion is it's an all-in-one platform where you can manage pretty much anything. So as you can see here, I built a pretty basic finance tracker right here in Notion, and it's really user-friendly. I built it for myself, but if you guys want to check it out, I'll have it in the link below for free. But yeah, it's really simple. I mean, you can navigate here with all your 4 categories. So we have monthly subscriptions, savings, monthly goals and then you can change the month, and budgeting for whatever month you choose. Then we can have an upcoming, so you can put what's going to be happening right here in your week or month, anything. And then we also have a calendar, so whatever's happening money-wise, you can track in your calendar. So say your paycheck's getting deposited or your subscription is coming up, you can track it all here, and you can also add them right here. So say you had a paycheck deposit, that's 26 in the amount, and say you did a little side hustle, shout out Etsy, and Etsy deposit of $75, you can just track that right here, April 30th, whatever, and also your expenses. So you can say, oh, I had lunch, I put $10, what kind of category was it? It was an expense, or all that stuff. So let's go in here, monthly subscriptions. So you can add all your monthly subscriptions. This little subscription tracker I built. So you have your category, entertainment, food, business. You can add any category you want. These are just the ones I like. And this is also just an example, so this isn't my one that I use. Just an example of what this would look like. So you can track all your subscriptions, the amount, when is it going to renew, what category, and what is the name. You also have your savings, which I personally like. So you can set a goal for the whole year. So I have every month, and then I have this little progress bar. So say you saved $500 in January, the progress would start. And then say February, you put another 500, it goes up to 1,000. And then you can also set your goal. So say your yearly goal was to save 10,000. It'll just keep going up until you hit that mark by December. And then you also have monthly goals for your finances. So here you can do a to-do, in progress, or complete. So say in progress, you want to save 1,000 for the month, you're almost there, you're in progress. Or maybe you wanted to start a high-yield savings account, which we'll get into later. And then you have your complete section. So say you spent $100 or less on food, that was your goal, and you completed it, you would mark it. And then to-do, maybe you have to pay off your credit card, and you'll get to that, so you put it in the to-do section. You also manage them right here, in progress and completed goals. And then your last thing is your actual budgeting. So say you have your budget, you put a purchase, what kind of category is it, the cost, and the purchase date. So say you have pizza on the 5th of April, what category is that? It's going to be food. It's not a necessity, so you mark it as food. How much did it cost, and what date did you put it as? And say you had your phone bill, that's a bill, so you mark it as bill. It's $50, it'd be on the 11th of April. And say you wanted a new shirt, so you bought a new shirt, go to the thrift store. That's a want, so it'd be a want, $25, April 23rd. And it also calculates right here the sum of everything of that month. So that's pretty cool too, so you can see how much you spent total. But yeah, that's pretty much the finance tracker I use for Notion. It's really simple, really user-friendly, and I'll have a link down below. So the second way I budget as a 20-year-old is putting my money into a high-yield savings account. So what is a high-yield savings account for anyone that doesn't know? All it is a type of savings account that earns more interest than a regular savings account. The interest rate can be significantly higher, sometimes up to 10 times the amount of a regular savings account. So say you open a savings account with Bank of America, their interest rate on their savings account is only 0.04% every year. But say you went over to Marcus Golden, which has a great high yield savings account, which I personally use. They have an interest rate of 3.75% every year, which is way better than Bank of America. Another cool thing about high yield savings accounts is that they're usually FDI insured, meaning your money is protected up to a certain amount if the bank were to fail. So if you're someone that wants to save money and earn more on your savings, a high yield savings account is definitely worth considering. Just remember to shop around and look for different ones just to see which one will work for you. There's plenty of them out there, and they all have different interest rates, and they all offer different benefits. Number 3 on my personal ways to budget would be not to buy new clothes. Clothes can be very expensive, and I know we all like them. I personally like them myself. But if you just go to like a secondhand thrift store or just a secondhand shop, you can save so much money on clothes. And the trendy ways right now are like vintage shirts or vintage clothing, which you can easily find in thrift stores or secondhand shops. I personally like the vintage looks too. I have a couple vintage shirts from the 90s or 80s, whatever. I'm not like a crazy reseller. I do reselling on the side sometimes on my Depop, but that's about it. But really, you don't need new clothes unless you literally have holes in your shirts or your pants don't fit. Otherwise, you don't need new clothes. You can wear the same ones. Don't go buy that new shirt for $50 when you can go to the thrift store and find a good shirt for $2 or $3. Come on, it's kind of a deal if you're trying to save money. I also recommend this cool website, this is not sponsored, called Goodfair. It's a secondhand clothing website. You get to pick out like a package of sweatshirts, shirts, anything really on there, and it's really way cheaper than buying a new shirt, and you get way more clothes in that package. So I have the link below, and stop buying new clothes. Number 4 on my ways to budget as a 20-year-old is shopping at Trader Joe's. Let me tell you, Trader Joe's prices are unmatched. You can't find any other better pricing at any other grocery store. Trader Joe's is literally the best pricing. I'm not even kidding. And their food is way healthier. There's a variety of affordable and high quality groceries that you can be getting other than the processed food that we have at normal grocery stores. All that crap, alright? If you're looking for good snacks, I recommend almost all the snacks from Trader Joe's. There's literally popcorn made with 3 ingredients. Like there's a lot of good stuff at Trader Joe's that's made with good organic ingredients. It's also a smaller store format, so you can easily find what you need in like 5 minutes compared to going to a huge grocery store where you're walking around spending time looking for groceries. Trader Joe's also comes out with new products every season, and my personal favorite would have to be during the fall. All the pumpkin stuff. They have this really cool pumpkin pasta that my girlfriend and I like to make. And all in all, Trader Joe's is just a great grocery store to go to if you're trying to budget. The 5th and final reason on how I personally budget would be setting financial goals. So these financial goals are specific targets that you set for your money, such as saving for a down payment on a house, paying credit card debt, or maybe starting an emergency fund, which everyone should have. By prioritizing your financial goals, you can move your money in a way that aligns with what's most important for you. And for example, say you wanted to pay off some credit card debt, you're going to prioritize that over maybe going out to eat or spending money on a new shirt. And in general, setting financial goals will help you stay motivated and on track with your budget. So those have been my 5 ways that I budget myself as a 20-year-old. I hope you found any of these ways or tips that I use helpful regardless of your age, and I'd like to see how you guys budget in the comments as well. If you have any additional tips that you would like to share, then put them right down in the comments, and I'll also answer any budgeting questions that you have as well. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you like financial content or just vlogs, lifestyle content. That's what I do mainly on this channel. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day wherever you are. This has been Alec ETC. I'll catch you guys in the next one.